It was not long after my wife left. And it's not the first time that it happened. The initial change would have been when it didn't work the first time, as she had left for an extended period of time, and we had thought things were going to work for the better, and we did try, but without any direction, you sink back into the same lifestyle you've had before, whether you know it or not. So the second time, there was a forceful change to where I was not going to be accepted back in unless positive things had happened, and you need to really change who you are and believe in yourself for the more positive outcome that you're looking for. Is people get complacent, and I got to a point where I took her for granted. So in order to understand that change, I needed to seek out the help, and our relationship had started to when you would kind of plant, I wouldn't say plant, but you knew what to trigger me. You knew exactly where to go. And I had such a high, steep wall at that point. It's difficult for me to talk to things, about things at times. But with your help, I'm just more comfortable. I'm happy. I'm able to relay myself in a manner that's better for everybody involved. So, I mean, it's just overall, it's just a great outcome on my life so far, and I have things to work on still, and that's all about the experience of bringing out the best in you, is to, find that point where you want to change, and just go forward in life. Our conversations go in depth, and you can find those spots inside yourself that you just didn't know you had, or you couldn't get out before. And once you find those spots, you find out what the problem is, and you go after right immediately, trying to how to resolve it. So, I mean, for my experience, it's just amazing. With the time that we've spent together, I think about things differently. It's you take into the levels, and you just try to get it out there. There isn't somebody you can't help. There's not. I think if you put yourself to anybody's position, and you can adapt and make anybody, in my opinion, who they need to be, want to be, should be, personally on that level, is I don't think there's not a candidate in my mind you can't help. There's not that person. You don't have that limitation. There's not a price on happiness. There's not. I mean, when people say money can buy happiness, there's no point in happiness and money. There's not that. It's who you are, who you're supposed to be, who you feel good being. And that's what Brittany helps me do, is be the person I want to be. And I can't thank you enough for that. And you're just an amazing person all the way around. And it helped me enjoy my life and my wife so much better, to know how to treat, how you're supposed to be, is at just my point I'm trying to make, is just how you're supposed to be. And we're expecting a child into this world now shortly, and I can't wait. Like I said, I've had difficult time showing emotion and stuff, but I'm on the brink of tears myself, and I have just come to relay that fact that I can express myself comfortably now as a person because of you, and I thank that every day. And I'm so glad to have you in my life and have you help me better my life. There's not something you can't conquer. You don't have limitations. It's not something I see. You forget that there's other people around you. And like I say, you don't take into account sometimes their feelings and how they feel about situations. Like beforehand, I've started talking to the family more, being attentive. It helps. Everything that you have in your programs help. It's there's not something that's just wasted on nothing. There's no unspoken space. It's everything that you attack is a well-rounded plan to help me be better as a person in whole, and help me affect positively the people around me. After talking to you, my attentiveness at work is tenfold. You know, being a technician as I am, I have to be on the ball every day. And I did find myself in a groove to where, you know, I just hated everything around me. I was there just to work and come home, and that was it. I shut down after that. I ignored family phone calls, my wife. I just didn't want to be bothered. But ever since that, I can comfortably say I'm just who I'm supposed to be. I'm proper. You know, I still have my faults and fallbacks, but whenever I have a question, anything in need, you're there to help. And that's who bringing out the best in you is. It's who you are.